for this problem, it says a store offers a 15% discount on all items in the store during a sale. All store employees get an additional 10% employee discount. In the equation below, C represents the cost of an item for an employee, including tax, and X represents the original price of the item. So the problem itself is asking us that if Chris is an employee and he plans to buy a coat, the price of the coat before the discount is $100. So how much will he have to pay during the sale? With him being an employee, we're going to use that equation. And where they kind of get you, tripped up with this one is it's a word problem. But you've got to know what each letter or variable in this equation stands for. So C is going to be the price that the employee pays. X is the original price. So since it told me that the $100 is the original price, then that's going to go in place of X in our equation. So the equation that we have is going to be C equals 0.765, and then 100, because that's the original price, plus, and then we have to do the second part, the second term, which is 0.06, big parentheses, 0.765, and again, there's another X, so I put in another 100. Now, if you have a calculator that will do that, you can put this entire thing in. I do, so I'm going to. If you don't, you just do each term separately. So I'd put that one in, then I'd put that one in, and add them together. I'm going to do it all at one time. So 0.765 times 100. Then I'm going to add to that 0.06, and then that's going to be multiplied by 0.765 times 100. And that gives me the price that Chris would pay as an employee for this coat would be $81.09. So he's going to pay $81.09. Now, make sure that you do look, because it does not want you to include that money sign. So I would type in 81.09. And that should get it for this one. Now, the next problem. Maya and Sally are the two finalists in the singing competition. The person with the most votes for the audience is chosen as the winner. Sally received 25% of the total votes and lost by 62,500 votes. No person in the audience was allowed to vote more than once, so the equation below represents the situation, where Y is the total number of votes cast and X is the number of votes Maya received. Okay, so again, we need to make a note right here. What variable stands for what? Y is the total number of votes. X is specifically for Maya. So what it asked me to find in this problem, it says if the total of 125,000 people voted, how many votes did Maya receive? So they've given me the total votes, and that goes to the Y variable. So I'm going to actually be solving this equation for X, because I want to know how many that Maya got. So I keep this part of the equation the same. And on this side, this is where I'm going to insert the 125,000. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my calculator right now and get a number for that. So that's going to be, clear that out, 0.25 times 125,000, and that gives me 31,250. Okay, so now I have that equal to X minus 62,500. I have to get the X alone. I need to remove the 62,000. So if it's a negative, I do the inverse and I add 62,500. Okay, so when I put that in my calculator, I'm going to add to that 31,000 another 62,500, and that should give me the amount of votes that Maya got. So it looks like Maya got 93,750 votes. And that's what I'm going to put in the space provided. Okay, for the last problem, Evan's making a table that created the shape below. So I've got, let's see, a triangle attached to a rectangle. So we need to add those two up. Now, he can only spend $10 on paint. That's enough for 150 feet squared, so surface area. Okay, so if I have 150, I'm going to have to take the area of the triangle plus the area of the rectangle, and that cannot be more than 150 square feet. So we have to remember what are the area formulas for those shapes. So a triangle is 1/2 base times height, and a rectangle is going to just be the base times the height. So for the triangle, we actually have everything we need. 1/2, the base is 4, height is 6, plus, now for the area of the rectangle, the base is x, and the height is 6, so that's a 6x equals 150. So again, I just have to figure out what that x is going to be. Well, I start on this side, put it in my calculator. Half of 4 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 6x equals 150. So then I'm just going to go through here, subtract off the 12. So now I've just got a 6x equals 138 divided by 6. 138 divided by 6 gave me 23. So the x for this problem is going to end up being 23. So the maximum length that rectangle can be for him to only spend the $10 is going to be 23 feet. I hope this helps. If not, please do not hesitate to email me or get a hold of me, and I'll try to get you some more help.